What up? Cold day.
I'll bundle that.
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. The latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
At Murdoch Hyundai, the model year-end sales event starts now. The open road to adventure begins at Murdoch Hyundai. Visit Murdoch Hyundai today and get 0% interest for 6 years on a new 2020 Santa Fe or Sonata. You walk through our doors, you feel like family. At Murdoch Hyundai in Logan, Linden, and Murray.
Make some noise!
Come on. Creator, the world needs an answer. Give us the answer. Creativity is the answer. Never play on repeat. Put your own spin on things. Let a new wave begin.
All right, come on, let's go.
2 seconds.
Creators run the show. We want the answer. From the cage to the stage. Rise up from the streets to the pros.
So much.
Creativity is the answer to a world divided.
road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Winter has arrived, and with it, the Murdoch All-Wheel Drive event. Be prepared for any Utah winter roads. Visit Murdoch Hyundai today and get 0% interest for 5 years on a new Tucson.
When you walk through our doors,
You feel like family.
The beautiful mountainous backdrop here outside of Orem, Utah. Welcome to the Clyde Field on the campus of Utah Valley University for tonight's WAC matchup between the visiting Lancers of California Baptist University and the hometown squad, the Utah Valley Wolverines. Brandon Crow alongside Melanie Osler and Ben Schroeder. Thank you for joining us here on this chilly Thursday evening. Hopefully you're nice and warm and cozy at home. But, Melanie, we had a scare earlier about an hour and a half ago. A big snowstorm came through, lots of snow. And all of a sudden, you know, what they say here in Utah, if you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes, and here we are.
Exactly. Utah showing off what they do best. Crappy weather one minute and a beautiful day the next. A little chilly, but it's playable weather. We'll take it.
And our fantastic camera crew risking their lives in the crazy wind and cold high up above to give you the bird's eye view here of the game. Utah Valley, this is the first official game that they've had here at home at Clyde Field, Melody, since October of 2019, as we see Utah Valley already here trying to attack in their home black with the green trim, and California Baptist trying to play defense now in their very difficult to see white numbers on their white jerseys, Melanie.
Yeah, and a very strong Cal Baptist team at that. Just yesterday, they were named, for the first time since joining D1, they were named the top 10 United Soccer Coaches Pacific Region poll amongst some of the greatest teams in the country with the Pac-12 squad. So coming in at number 9.
And not just in, like, out of, when they say Pacific, they're talking about really the Pacific. And you look at that top 10 list, and every one of those schools except for California Baptist, like we mentioned, Melanie, is all from the Pac-12. It's crazy.
It is, and we've talked about multiple times how we talk about the growth in the WAC conference and how strong the WAC is getting, and this shows we have a team competing amongst the Pac-12 strong teams in that conference.
Right now, Utah Valley sits atop of the Western Athletic Conference. Right behind them, their regional rival and conference rival, Seattle U. And then right behind them, the team you're seeing right here on the pitch in white, California Baptist. And your starters on the pitch for Coach Kristen St. Clair in her 14th season. Romaine Salvador between the posts. Amy Aquino, Tiana Hill, Cora Jacoby, Rola Badawia, who is also this week's Ticket Smart WAC Women's Soccer Offensive Player of the Week. She ranks tied for 32nd in total goals with 5 and tied for 44th in total points this year. Ari Coronado, Michaela Sol, Danielle Gordon, Madison Sonarholm, Carly Weeks, and then Aaron Gallagher. And then for Utah Valley, again in their black jerseys, Isabel Jones-Daw manning things as the field general between the posts. Amber Tripp, who just got dispossessed, Heather Stainbrook, Grace Beeston, Bree Eves, Nicole Ray, who had a fantastic week last week. We'll talk a little bit about that later, Melanie. Julie Carter, Sadie Brockbank, Lily Haskins, Jenna Shepard, and then Sydney Bushman. And Julie Carter right on cue. Almost destroys our camera guy and producer. And Ben Schroeder's going to take a quick break. And that ball came flying through, and I didn't even have time to react to what just happened. And we'll keep tabs up on Ben. He makes everything happen, and without Ben, we won't have a broadcast. So Ben, one of the MVPs of this Utah Valley team, just got drilled in the head, and we're making sure he's all right. His MacBook is okay. Team trainer Jessica Kendall now coming over to make sure that Ben Schroeder is all right. Took that right in the forehead. But California Baptist, Melanie, trying to attack Utah Valley early. And we do see, for those who are keeping tabs of this Utah Valley team, we do not see a regular in the back in Megan Sullivan. We see that she is not dressed up tonight and has a brace on her knee. And so she is not playing tonight. Lily Haskins, the freshman, trying to fill in essentially the role that her sister would normally play, and she's also out too.
Exactly, and another very young player, kind of showing the young of the team that we have here. She'll have to step up, mature a little bit. Usually she plays in the midfield or forward, so to see her on this outside wing is something new.
This is the fourth overall meeting between these teams. Utah Valley has a 2-1 advantage. California Baptist defeated Utah Valley last in 2018 in Riverside, And last year, Utah Valley had a 2-0 victory over the Lancers.
Yeah, it's always a battle. It's definitely this team has made a splash in joining D1. Usually there's a struggle and hesitancy once you get in trying to find your position in D1, but Cal Baptist has done nothing but the opposite. They've come in, made a splash, scoring goals. Currently there are 27 goals on the year, which ranks them 8th in the NCAA.
Here's a punch out by Isabel Jones-Don. Early attack off of a corner for the Lancers in the 6th minute. Now Heather Stainbrook leading the way for the Wolverines. Stainbrook has Sadie Brockbank. Amber Tripp all the way on the near side. Couldn't get that pass past that back line of that California Baptist University back line.
We'll take it, though. She took that space, dribbled with purpose and pace, and now we get to settle again up in the attacking third for UVU.
Game time temperature 39 degrees, and it's only going to continue to drop here in Orem. And a wind blowing in from the west, about 5 miles an hour. And being a Southern California guy like myself, even though I've lived here for 8 years, I'm not used to the cold. I don't think I ever will be. So I'm very interested to see how California Baptist and their squad adapts to this weather and the elevation here tonight. You can see, Melanie, right now, it looks like Utah Valley with their different personnel trying to mesh with each other, trying to find their groove. And I'm sure nerves are a little bit more high now that this is their first official game here at home, a place that they love so much.
Yeah, there is a difference. They've had home games, but no offense to the Real Salt Lake Academy, there's just no place like Clyde Field. There's the excitement that comes with it, and exactly the nerves, exactly what you're saying. There's this high energy, and sometimes that's hard to contain. You get too excited, and it kind of prevents you from sticking to the game plan, keeping your composure, and really, like I said, sticking to the game plan. We haven't really seen UVU yet settle in and get back to their possession-oriented game.
Grace Beeson on the left-hand side puts it up to Nicole Ray. Nicole Ray last week against UTRGV on Friday had her first collegiate goal and first goal career-wise as a Wolverine. And then again on Saturday, her goal was the lone goal in the match and the game winner for Utah Valley as they won 1-0 against the Vaqueros.
Yeah, she had a stellar performance, and we've talked about how young this UVU team is. It's young, but these young girls have so much talent and so much potential, and unfortunately, that's just kind of part of being a freshman is it takes some time to get into that groove. But we slowly but surely are starting to see these underclassmen get in their groove. Nicole Ray proven it this past weekend with her 2 goals. Chris LeMay mentioned how she's an extremely talented player and they know that she's going to be a dangerous part in their attack, and we're starting to see that. She's doing an amazing job.
Lily Haskins trying to find that breakthrough for Nicole Ray, but coming out of the goalpost to kick that away with Salvador. And something also to keep an eye on, Melanie, going forward. Last week, Utah Valley men's soccer team had their first home game here at Clyde Field, and this is a brand new turf, brand new field implemented, and some guys were slipping around. And so it takes a little while for these grassroots to really take hold, especially when it's new and especially when it's in the spring and being stomped on when it normally wouldn't be. So I'm very curious to see, with this cold weather and the rain that they had before, how that turf plays out in this match. It's California Baptist has had a fantastic look in the box.
Yeah, they are. And this colder weather, the snow, like we said before, the field is definitely going to be slick.
And you can see there's a shot taken by California Baptist, and that one flew high into the parking lot.
Not quite on frame, but again, just showing the edge that Cal Baptist has. They're not going to be afraid to take a shot wherever they're at on the field, and it's going to be important for the defensive line of UVU to really contain them and step when they have to.
A California Baptist shot taken by Carly Weeks, the junior, coming to California Baptist via the University of San Francisco. But despite being cold, it's always good to be out here at Clyde Field with you, Melanie, calling a game, and it's always good to see we got some fans in the stands tonight here too.
Yes, never take advantage of the fans anymore. It's so fun to see them out there cheering even in the colder weather.
Ooh, Julie Carter and Heather Stainbrook trying to put some pressure on California Baptist. Romy Salvador. Salvador kept her composure, was able to dodge 2 Utah Valley strikers.
Yeah, showing her foot skills as well. Saw a few Maradonas trying to get away from the high-pressure Julie Carter.
Carter now lays this one off to Haskins. Haskins dispossessed. Doing the dispossessing was Cora Jacoby. And Haskins trying to keep it in play, does not, and gives way for a throw-in.
We've talked about it with Grace Beeston, of Grace Beeston being a forward converted to the outside back, and we're seeing it again in Lily Haskins, and what a threat it is. They're not afraid to use their forward attacking skills to get in the attack, add a number to the UVU attack, and really just, again, use their forward skills as that outside back. I love seeing it.
And Julie Carter couldn't keep that one in play for the Wolverines. That one goes out. 12th minute, still no score. And no team really having a threatening chance so far. And dare I say it, here comes Amber Tripp trying to find Sadie Brockbank, and this one gets kicked out of play. And Sadie Brockbank leading the Utah Valley Wolverines so far through 9 matches. She's got 4 goals, also leads the team with 39 shots, including a team best 25 of those 39 on frame. Haskins gets the ball in quickly to Julie Carter. Carter slips. The ball gets poked up in the air. Still in Lancer territory. Eventually played up back to Sydney Bushman for the Wolverines. And another name that has been in the starting lineup that's not in the starting lineup here tonight, although she is dressed, is Anna Pickering.
Yeah, they're mixing up the front line a little bit, maybe seeing that scoring from Nicole Ray, wanting to have Nicole Ray earn that starting position.
And a good combination building here inside the box for the Lancers. Nobody home to put it through. And Utah Valley struggling to clear this one away. Finally ahead by Tripp. Plays it back to Eves. Good closing speed from the California Baptist squad. And dare I say it, Melanie, through the first 15 or so minutes of this match, it looks like California Baptist has got more energy and they're more fired up than the Wolverines here.
I hate to agree with you, but I do. Their UVU is kind of a little slow right now, a little sluggish, when on the opposite end, California Baptist is just, their pressure is way high. Their intensity, their energy is definitely above UVU. UVU gets it at their feet, and right before they know it, Cal Baptist is there putting pressure, struggling with that speed of play.
Great play and use of skill on the far side to keep it in play, but California Baptist, Jenna Shepard gets tripped, trying to get up with the ball, and a whistle is going to be called, and a foul is going to be called against Jenna Shepard right outside the, oh, that was inside the box, so no foul. I guess the referee is just going to signal for Jenna to try and get up, and a dangerous opportunity here for the Lancers. So the Lancers with an opportunity here in the 14th minute to strike first.
Yeah, an extremely dangerous position. We see that the ball is right inside the 18. UVU's got to make sure to close any gaps they may have for the slight slot balls in for a tap-in finish.
So it looks like Carly Weeks and Rola Badawia. Badawia gets it with the left foot. Deflected. Lancers put it right back through. A diving save header from Utah Valley. Jenna Shepard saves Isabel Jones-Daw. Heady play, no pun intended, from the back line.
And Jenna Shepard showing her presence in that center back. That's what she does best, sacrificing her body. A little too dangerous for comfort, but she's able to pull it off.
Long throw in headed away by the Wolverines. Still not cleared away, however. Finally kicked up the field. Sadie Brockbank trying to get there to it. And this is kicked out of play. Last touched off of Tiana Hill of California Baptist. Haskins finds Eves. Eves now to Stainbrook. Stainbrook looking up for Julie Carter. Carter trying to split a defense. Sadie Brockbank finally gets it outside the box. Brockbank with a shot punched away by Salvador.
A great look by Sadie Brockbank. Kind of what they need right now. They haven't really been keeping possession. They haven't had any dangerous plays. Why not turn and take a shot like that just to hopefully calm some nerves a little bit for UVU and ultimately results in a corner kick.
Corner kick offered by Nicole Ray. Lily Haskins coming in from that back line. Ray's going to swing this in with her left foot. Ball bounces in front of the goal and finds his way back through. The Wolverines strike first in the 17th minute.
And a crucial timing at that. Kind of shows the magic of Sadie Brockbank taking that shot, resulting in a corner and how dangerous it could be.
So we'll take a look at the replay and see what happened. Nicole Ray swings in a beautiful ball into the center of the box, bounces down, and a back heel from Julie Carter. Julie Carter, the Texan, with the back heel, puts Utah Valley on top 1-0 in the 17th.
Again, doing what she does best, always at the right spot at the right time.
So that goal for Julie Carter puts her tied with Sadie Brockbank for fourth for a team lead on the season. And already the energy was revved up for the Lancers, and they come right back. Isabel Jones-Daw unable to corral it with those cold hands. And the goal scorer for the Wolverines now has it and kicks it upfield. And how frustrating for California Baptist, literally knocking and pounding on Utah Valley's door, seemingly to have all of the momentum, and then right there, just one moment, and Utah Valley takes the lead.
Exactly. It's the game of soccer. Cal Baptist, you can see their frustration on the field. They are frustrated. They're ready. Their intensity hasn't decreased at all since getting a goal conceded. They're coming right back at it, putting it down our throats.
Heather Stainbrook loses the battle momentarily. Jocelyn for position against Badawia. Dangerous ball, and right back is the equalizer for the Lancers. A fantastic build-up and an even better finish. Carly Weeks with the equalizer just 90 seconds later.
Yeah, you know, in soccer, they always talk about the 5 minutes before or after goals, and you see how crucial and important they are for either team.
A nice ball through the box. Nobody there back home, and Carly Weeks was able to find the back of the net and the angle to beat Isabel Jones-Daw, which has not been easy to do this year.
Yeah, unfortunately, a little disorganized defense, not getting goal side on players to step and prevent those, but beautifully executed by Cal Baptist with the diagonal ball, which, again, angled, that beats Isabel Jones, a nice pass goal in.
Melanie, that goal has only been the 5th allowed goal for the Wolverines so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this energy of California Baptist, and it's not surprising. It's hard to break down the UVU back line, but with this intensity, this energy, their runs are ultimately disorganizing the back line and creating those really dangerous opportunities.
And here's another opportunity with the Lancers inside the box. This one kicked away momentarily, a bad touch by the Lancers. And you talk about that Utah Valley back line, and we're not trying to make excuses, but California Baptist, they're taking advantage of a back line of Utah Valley that's really nicked up right now.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about a few losses. One most recent one being Megan Sullivan trying to really mesh up the line or the back line and getting it back together.
And another shot and another goal. Isabel Jones-Daw gets beat on the near post. Fantastic stuff here from the Lancers in the first half. And I believe that was Amy Aquino. Amy Aquino with the goal puts the Lancers on top. 2 goals from the Lancers in the last minute. So Aquino right here just gets around Stainbrook and is able to put a left boot on it. Curls went in right through a diving Isabel Jones-Daw on the near post.
UVU trying to answer here in this attacking third. Another corner. We'll see if they can create the corner for another goal-scoring opportunity.
We're not even 20 minutes into this thing. We could have a potential 2-2 tie here. Nicole Ray swinging at one near post, punched away, 2 hands by Salvador. Stainbrook trying to head it back. Nobody was home for the Wolverines. And this is not a position the Wolverines have been in, Melanie, so far this season at all.
No, they haven't. You dare say that they may be getting a little too comfortable in the positions that they've been in the games. But, yeah, another testing point of this season, which is essentially a really good thing. See how they react, see how they answer. Hopefully they can relax a little bit and get back in the groove of their game.
And a foul's called against the Wolverines, just shy of midfield. And a free kick here for the Lancers in the 21st minute. Again, if you're just now joining us, first half fireworks. Julie Carter with a back heel flick in the 17th off of a corner kick. Then California Baptist responds right back. Weeks within 60 seconds. And then 60 seconds after that, Aquino tacks on another goal for the Lancers. So 2-1 Lancers on top of the Wolverines. And Utah Valley trying to come back and find an equalizer on their home turf. This California Baptist team just got done taking down Chicago State, and they swept the Cougars. And in those 2 games, they put up 14 goals, 7 goals in both games. And so we know that the Lancers have power. The other 2 wins in the conference have come against Dixie State from down south, and then their only loss in conference so far to the perennial powerhouse in Seattle U.
Yeah, we keep trying to be hopeful for UVU, saying that they just haven't gotten their groove. They haven't settled in, started playing their game. But truly, California Baptist is an extremely talented team. They're showing it. They're showing the energy. Their play is ultimately dominating UVU's right now and making it extremely difficult for UVU to settle in and play their game. May be coming off the high, the 2 wins, 7-0 or 14 goals in the 2 games for Chicago State. But they're definitely not letting their foot off the gas pedal.
Haskins dances with it. Gets around her defender. Nice move there from Haskins, the freshman. Trying to find Tripp at the top of the box. Taken away momentarily by the back line of the Lancers. And the energy, all girls from California Baptist up on their feet, screaming and yelling. And Melanie, you know from as a former player that when you're playing, when you're going up against the top dog, you know that even though you might have the worst record, if you're going up against a top dog, you want a piece of that top dog, and you're going to try and play your very best. So Utah Valley's got to know that where they stand right now, everybody in the conference, every game, people are going to be coming out for blood and trying to take a piece of them.
Exactly. It's almost harder to play a season when you are that top dog instead of the lower dog trying to beat the top dog because of exactly what you said.
Empty net here. Wolverines have an opportunity. Can they capitalize? Bree Eves. And a moment of fright for the Lancers brings a sigh of relief.
Yeah, again, just slow play on the UVU team. Bree Eves had an opportunity to capitalize while they're still disorganized, got the ball caught under her foot for a couple seconds too long. But exactly going back to your point, that they've got to know that the energy from any team, it doesn't matter who, is going to be their A game. And so they got to come out and be able to match that.
Some substitutions coming in for Bree Eves and the Wolverines. Anna Pickering. And then stepping off the pitch for the Lancers, Madison Sonerholm. And then coming onto the pitch for the Lancers, Gracie Bowers. So Anna Pickering with those fresh legs and that speed on the outside. Curious to what different dynamics she's going to bring. And also very curious as to when we're going to see London Miller check into the game. London Miller has been very involved offensively. Had a fantastic goal last weekend as well in that 3-1 victory for the Vaqueros on Friday night. And she was instrumental a week before that in assisting a couple goals for the Wolverines against New Mexico State.
Yeah, she is. Another freshman who is just starting to break through. She's been crucial. She's been creating opportunities, capitalizing on opportunities. And, yeah, someone who definitely should be added to maybe add a little sparks to this UVU game plan.
The Wolverines now in Lancer territory as we are over the halfway point in the first half. We got 3 goals so far combined, and I don't think that we're going to stop seeing any more goals. I think if you like goals, this is the game to tune into because we could see a few more, especially in the first half. So Grace Beeston, another freshman standout, set to take the corner kick for the Wolverines. Beeston curls this one in, center of the box. Pickering trying to head this one through right at Soldado. Not enough venom on that one from Pickering.
No, not quite. I see where she's coming from, seeing keeper off the line a little bit, trying to get it over, but ultimately that should be a header. You're in the spot to do a nice driven, placed header instead of a lofty, easy, collectible header.
Haskins' ball couldn't find Anna Pickering, the intended target. Julie Carter on the left-hand side for the Wolverines. Brockbank. And a whistle is called in favor of the Wolverines. Free kick awarded. Looks like Heather Stainbrook will do the honors.
anytime we see a dead ball like this, throw in, corner kick, free kick, is my opportunity, in my opinion, to just park it, refocus, hopefully gather your emotions, and create something to happen.
Stainbrook's ball caught the jet stream, went straight to Salvador. And Salvador puts a deep bomb headed away by Jenna Shepard. And we've seen people fall, and Anna Pickering holds her mouth. Looked like she might have gotten an elbow. And a status update from our producer and engineer, Ben Schroeder. He is okay. He's got a lump on his nose. He went through the concussion protocol. We're already in the tent, and he is fine. So if his family is watching back home, he is safe. He had about 5 people come over and make sure he was okay. '29th minute, the Lancers on top of the Wolverines, 2-1. Both of those goals coming within 60 seconds of each other. And in response to Utah Valley's goal, Utah Valley struck first in the 17th minute on a Julie Carter ball. Then after that, Weeks and Aquino were the duo that put the Lancers on top 2-1. And ever since then, Utah Valley's been trying to find their mojo. A little bit more urgency for the Wolverines than they first had in that first 15 minutes.
Yeah, they were a little sluggish. Unfortunately, probably had a rude awakening to, hey, you gotta have a little bit more urgency if you want to compete with this talented team.
And another dangerous ball laid across the box. Luckily, Isabel Jones-Daw had no Lancers in her sight. But these Lancers, they're penetrating that back line, and they're laying some beauties right across the plane there, Melanie.
They are. Somehow we got to learn how to stop it. They're getting in the right spot at the right time, finding those angled balls, finding those gaps of the defensive line that may be a little spread out, and really capitalizing on those setups.
So another throw in here for the Wolverines. Haskins looking for some movement, finds Amber Tripp. Now Jenna Shepard with it for the Wolverines, looking upfield. Grace Beeston on the left-hand side. Carter trying to lay this one off for her teammate. Beeston finds Brockbank for the Wolverines. Beeston back it again. Nice ball. Sadie Brockbank with it across the top of the box. Brockbank looking for some help. Finds Amber Tripp. Amber Tripp triple teamed by Lancers. You can hear these Lancers coaches say, get 13, get 13. Amber Tripp, the preseason player of the year. So valuable to this Utah Valley team, has 3 white shirts around her whenever she touches it. Nice, beautiful move by Pickering. Good turn from Brockbank. Can she finish? Brockbank, oh, doesn't bend in. One of the best buildups we've seen the Wolverines make so far, Melanie.
Yeah, they fought it through. They got the possession, switched it from that far left side to this near side. Anna Pickering with the beautiful ball to Sadie Brockbank. Beautiful turn, beautiful idea. Sadie Brockbank probably among the only Wolverines showing that urgency of, hey, we need to make something happen, and if nobody else is going to, I'm going to take it into my hand and take these shots.
And not only that, Melanie, but that was probably the most patient possession that we've seen the Wolverines have so far this year.
Definitely. Patience is a crucial part in the attack. I know it's contrary to what I just said of Sadie Brockbank turning and taking a shot, but it's exactly it. She was patient. She waited for the opportunity, saw that she had that opportunity, and then decided to take it.
Another ball swung into the box, headed away by the Wolverines. Still in Lancer possession. Another teed-up shot, deflected high in the air. Bodies go down. Still in Utah Valley territory. Haskins Utah Valley's last line of defense. And she kicks this one. Still in play, kept alive by the Lancers. Now Pickering coming in to try and lend a foot of defense. Shepard finally kicks this one outside that dangerous box. .33rd minute, a little over 10 minutes left here in the first half. Again, the Lancers on top 2-1. Those 2 goals coming from Weeks and Aquino. Both of those goals coming within 60 seconds of each other. Weeks in the 17th, Aquino's in the 18th. So a long throw in here from the Lancers. Michaela Soul will do the honors. Soul with the two-handed toss. And Haskins with the left foot gets it up and out of play. But again, the Lancers just swarming this ball and swarming this back line of defense for the Wolverines. Amber Tripp gets dispossessed. Haskins looking like her sister, staying at her ground. And nice takeaway there from Julie Carter. Julie Carter has options. Sadie Bropping to her left. Anna Pickering to her right in full stride. Anna Pickering. And Anna Pickering is taken away right in front of the box. Clean takeaway.
Clean takeaway. It results in a corner. We'll take it. Another really dangerous opportunity for UVU. Really emphasizing that counterattack. A great run by Anna Pickering. Unfortunately, her first touch got a little too far away from her, allowing the defense from Cal Baptist to come in, slide in, and we got a corner, so we'll take it.
Haskins' ball gets kicked away as well. And you can hear that energy from the Lancers bench to our left.
Yeah, and it is kind of a weird concept, but believe it or not, that energy from the bench, you may not be on the field right now, but it definitely translates onto the field.
Cassidy McCormick comes in for Julie Carter for the Utah Valley Wolverines. Brockbank gets a turn. Brockbank in the box, deflected by Salvador.
Another great idea from Sadie Brockbank. Unfortunately, I think the ball got a little too in the air. In my opinion, that's an opportunity to get the ball on the ground, slot it to the back six, and we have a goal just like Cal Baptist.
So far, California Baptist has been giving Utah Valley a dose of their own medicine. And Haskins might have gotten away with a little handball there right in front of us, but California Baptist is playing on. Good ball movement from the Lancers. And a missed-time volley. There's the ball swinging to the top of the box. And that is something that Isabel Jones-Dodd can safely collect. You can hear Coach LeMay, and I think he might want, what he's trying to do at least, is trying to get Isabel Jones-Dodd to maybe get rid of the ball quicker and try and catch these Lancers back line on a counter.
Yeah, you have to. We saw a sneak peek just a couple seconds ago. The counter might be what's going to be working best for the team, and it's only going to work if you get rid of the ball quickly.
And Nicole Olanda along. With London Miller. So London Miller, like we talked about, wondered when she was going to come in. She's coming in for Sadie Brockbank at the moment. So in the 38th minute, as Brockbank will come off, and Nicole Landa will wait to be subbed in later.
Yeah, replacing a dangerous player, probably the most dangerous on the field right now for UVU, for hopefully another dangerous player, as we've talked about.
There's a ball played into the box and kicked away by the Lancers. Jenna Shepard gets a foot on it for the Wolverines, but more white shirts around that ball. Headed away momentarily now by Jenna Shepard. Stainbrook karate chops it out of the air. And Stainbrook comes away holding her face. And Sydney Bushman will do the free kick honors for the Wolverines in the 38th minute. And that one just way too strong. And Melanie, a couple broadcasts ago, we were talking about Utah Valley and capitalizing on their set pieces. The Julie Carter goal in the 17th minute was the first time that Utah Valley all season long has been able to score off of a set piece with a corner from Nicole Ray with the service in. You just got to capitalize. And you want to make those more effective, especially when you're trailing by one.
Exactly. It's an opportunity that allows you to reset, refocus, get in the position that you need. And, yeah, you just have to capitalize it, or you're giving an opportunity away. If anything, if you just kick it away, you're giving a possession opportunity away as well.
Bodies are flying all over the place here. It's about 5 minutes left here in the first half. Again, the Lancers on top 2-1. And trying to add on at least one or two more here. Fantastic energy so far all throughout the first half from California Baptist. Coming in from Southern California, not letting this cold weather or crazy conditions bother them whatsoever. Coming in to the top dog in the conference is House, kicking down the door and punching him in the mouth. Anna Pickering is onside. Anna Pickering receives a great ball, keeps it in play, and again, just a mistimed touch that trickles off her feet out of play.
I'm not exactly quite sure what happened there. Maybe she was going a little too fast to keep up with herself and not being able to collect the ball, but a great opportunity, a great switch by London Miller over to Anna Pickering on this far side.
Salvador sends it upfield. Now Nicole Ray with it for the Wolverines. London Miller fights through that defense. Miller has open space, trying to find Amber Tripp, and a little bit too much mustard on the hot dog for Amber Tripp to hold on to. Maybe London Miller almost a little bit too unselfish there. Could have penetrated the box a little bit more. Heather Stainbrook. Now Pickering. Pickering attacks. Stainbrook lays it off for Pickering. Nice ball. Pickering gets blocked out of play. Another corner kick for the Wolverines in the 41st, now 42nd minute.
UVU finally in these last few minutes being a dangerous threat in the attacking third.
Salvador taking her time, knowing that time is her friend right now. Olanda. And a 2-on-2 battle, won that time by Sydney Bushman and the Wolverines. Olanda can't get there on the initial kick, but eventually plays it back with a recovery speed back to Isabel Jones-Daw.
A great recovery by Nicole Olanda.
And they're going to call a foul against Nicole Olanda. So 43rd minute. And a free kick here on the near side from Aaron Gallagher. Aaron Gallagher getting some last-second coaching. Kristen St. Clair whispers a couple things. Gallagher with a nice run-up. Instead, lays it off on the near side. Gallagher receives it back. Gallagher winds up, curls one in, and it'll fall out of play. So 90 seconds left here in the first half. The Lancers knocking on the Wolverines' door yet again to try and see if they can find goal number 3 here.
Yeah, they're still not letting their foot off the gas. They're here to win. They're here to prove themselves.
Sydney Bushman clears this one out of play. The Lancer throw in. And anytime you get down in this type of situation in this area of the field, these throw-ins could have the potential to be almost like a glorified set piece here.
They can, especially with how we see California Baptist setting up. They're making their runs. They're opening up space to play the ball into, and they want to capitalize on every opportunity.
A floater that Isabel Jones-Daw is going to watch go out of play. So 30 seconds left here in the first half. Isabel Jones-Daw now with 20, lays it off. Jenna Shepard. Shepard goes all the way back to Salvador. And Salvador just going to kick this one away. So, Melanie, this is how the first half is going to play out here. California Baptist goes down a goal after Julie Carter strikes first in the 17th. They respond right back with Weeks' goal in the 18th. And then 60 seconds later, Aquino puts on number 2 for the Lancers. Your overall thoughts in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, we knew right away from the first second that California Baptist wasn't going to let UVU go up a goal. And if they were going to, they were going to answer right back. And so ultimately, UVU just needs to match California Baptist intensity, or there's not going to be a game here tonight.
Halftime in Orem, Utah. California Baptist coming in trying to play spoiler and upsetting the Wolverines at home. 2-1 is your halftime score. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back on the WAC Digital Network after this.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
Hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
Yeah, helping us save even more.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Make some noise! Creative, the world needs an answer. Give us the answer. Creativity is the answer. Never play on repeat. Put your own spin on things. Let a new wave begin.
All right, come on, let's go.
2 seconds.
Creators run the show. We want the answer. From the cage to the stage. Rise up from the streets to the pros. Utah Valley. Tear down those walls. Make worlds unite. Flip the script. Rewrite the rules. Creativity is the answer. Now over to you.
It's not always easy being the exception. They'll tell you you don't belong, that it's not your place, that it'll never fly. But here, you learn that you have a choice. You can listen to those voices, or you can leave them all speechless. But the key component there is you.
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. The latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
Join the Wolverine Club, a simple message with a major impact.
Finds the back of the net for the Wolverines!
Support student athletes like former Utah Valley University women's soccer star, graduate, and Rhodes Scholar finalist Hannah Bruce. Not only is Hannah the first UVU student athlete to be a Rhodes Scholar finalist, she is currently studying to earn a master's degree in neuroscience at the renowned University of Oxford in England. Support the next Wolverine Rhodes Scholar finalist by joining the Wolverine Club today.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
Who am I? And furthermore, what do I want? What makes you itch? That's the most important investigation anyone can make. But you don't find this out until you investigate it. So I always ask the question, what would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Because if you say that money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. Forget the money. After all, if you do really like what you're doing, you can eventually become a master of it. And then you'll be able to get a good fee for whatever it is. Therefore, it's so important to consider this question. What do I desire?
The road road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please, don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here-for-you to learn how to get the care you need.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast. Seriously fast.
Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
And buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
Welcome back to Utah Valley University. Brandon Crow alongside Melanie Osler and Ben Schroeder. Thank you for joining us. It is a chilly, cold night here in Orem, Utah. But it's not chilly or cold from the California team. They're up 2-1 on top of Utah Valley California Baptist. As we take a look at the WAC standings here for you, Melanie, what do you see?
Well, we see UVU at number 1, Cal Baptist in 3rd. You know that we talked about it. They're the underdogs in this match, but they are not showing it. They're coming into our house, really taking over.
Again, if you're just now joining us, Utah Valley struck first in the 17th minute. Nicole Ray swung a ball in from the corner, deflected off of what looked like a couple of California Baptist defenders, but eventually fell right to the feet of Julie Carter, who hit a back heel into the back of the net for her 4th goal on the season, tying her teammate Sadie Brockbank for a team goal lead. And again, this is a big matchup here, Melanie, not only today, but on Saturday as well against California Baptist. And we know that California Baptist, if they're not able to go to the NCAA tournament, but they still have eligibility in the conference tournament. And they're showing their teeth. We already talked about in the first half. They just came out and were named in the Pacific rankings of the United Soccer Coaches NCAA Division I Pacific Region poll. And they're coming in 9th, and they're surrounded by a bunch of Pac-12 teams. This is a solid, good program out of Riverside.
They are, and like we talked about at half, we are seeing a whole new level of soccer that UVU maybe is just not used to this season. They haven't had to face it yet. The speed of play is top-notch. The pace of the girls is top-notch. The aggressiveness and the pressure is something that UVU just can't handle.
So again, Julie Carter scored that first goal for the Wolverines in the 17th minute. And then about a minute later, California Baptist answered with a goal of their own, and it was a great goal and a beautiful goal from Carly Weeks. And then just a minute after that, Amy Aquino from Laguna Niguel, California, coming to California Baptist University from Cal State Northridge, came in and put up the second goal to put the lead up 2-1 as we get ready to start the second half here. And so again, after this game, Melanie, California Baptist will return back here. Hopefully it's a little bit more warm out here on Saturday at 1 o'clock p.m. local time, 12 o'clock Pacific time. And then again, men's soccer following that. And you and I will be doing that one again. We might have your husband, Ben Perkins, the former soccer player, come on and join us as well. But a Saturday doubleheader for soccer.
There's nothing better than doubleheaders on Clyde Field.
This is the first official home game, quote-unquote, for Utah Valley at Clyde Field this season. They had a couple series up at the RSL Academy where they faced New Mexico State, both on the Royals pitch and then on the indoor facility. But Utah Valley, this is where they call themselves home. If they want to continue to be one of the top dogs in this conference, if not the top dog, they got to find 2 goals at least to come back and win this one.
They do. Hopefully the Clydefield magic kicks in with them. It's definitely something they take pride in, is defending our home turf. And right now they're behind. Like we've mentioned, we haven't been in this situation before, so a great test for UVU to really capitalize on this opportunity, fix what they needed to fix from first half, and ultimately come on as a whole new team in this second half.
Second half is underway here in Orem, Utah. Again, Utah Valley, the Wolverines in their black and green trim jerseys. And the Lancers of California Baptist in their whites with the hard-to-see white numbers as well. Sadie Brockbank back into the game for the Wolverines after being subbed out late in that first half for London Miller. Sadie Brockbank penetrating. Brockbank looking for help on the outside. And Bree Eves back to Lily Haskins. So the same starting lineup for the Wolverines that started the game. And Hammer Tripp almost got enough head on that one to face Salvador. But 30 seconds into the second half, and Utah Valley has an attacking possession like that. It took them probably a good minute or two in the first half to even get the ball like that.
Yeah, I think that play alone had more passes completed than UVU did the whole first half, to be honest. It was a great opportunity, great look. I would have wished to see a little bit more aggression and passion from Amber Tripp on that ball. I know it wasn't a perfectly placed ball into her, but sometimes all you need is a toe, slide in, and it can result in a goal.
So we already know what Coach LeMay's game plan is, trying to change, fix that intensity issue. But if you're on the other side, if you're California Baptist and if you're Coach Kristen St. Clair and you have this 2-1 lead, you obviously know you're not going to try and take your foot off the gas pedal. But what are those adjustments that you tell your team at halftime?
Hey, you start as a new half. That's always Coach's number one thing of, hey, second half, it's a new half, 0-0, new game. We can't go in thinking that we're ahead and we're good and we're settled into our game. We got to keep the foot on the gas pedal. We heard a second ago head coach saying press, 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 and that word alone describes what Cal Baptist has been sticking to this game and what they need to continue sticking to is their high pressure, their pressing, they're preventing UVU from doing their possession game.
And Utah Valley trying to settle back into their own saddle here, playing that possession style football. And again, Utah Valley missing one of the stalwart members of that back line in Megan Sullivan. But a beautiful ball finding Sadie Brockbank. Brockbank goes around a defender or two. Brockbank trying to go near post and just pulls it left.
A great opportunity by UVU. Again, we are seeing a new team. We are seeing that Coach LeMay probably lit them up at halftime saying, hey, we are not playing UVU brand soccer. We are not connecting passes. We're not being patient. We're not keeping our composure. Stick to the plan and fix it. And we've seen it. It resulted in a great play. Unfortunately, Sadie probably was a little impatient, not wanting to push through into the space for a better quality shot, but we'll take it.
And again, you might see something that we uncharacteristic of Amber Trimp, but a little frustration from her as you see that last foul was called against her as she was trying to get around her defender, grabbing some jerseys. And we saw anytime she touched the ball in the first half, she had 2, 3, sometimes 4 white shirts around her because they know how powerful she is on the pitch. And this is the team that really relies on Amber Tripp to get things going. And you have to credit California Baptist for really keying on the focal point of this Utah Valley team.
Yeah, she's the backbone of the team. She has a lot of pressure on her. Senior experience.
Flag is up on the far side. Julie Carter sacrificed her body to put enough toe on it just to get it to Sadie Brockbank. And then the flag came up on the far side as Julie Carter gets up gingerly. Sorry to cut you off there, Melanie.
No, you're good. It was an exciting moment. Unfortunately, Sadie got a little too excited as well. A foot or two off sides. But Julie put in the pressure and getting that deflection into the attacking third. But yeah, ultimately Amber just, she has a lot of pressure on her, and she is the backbone. And so this game, more than any, it's so important for that mental strength for her so she can hold her team together.
Julie Carter, again, plays the ball up, trying to find Sadie Brockbank. This one kicked out of play. And the roles so far have been reversed. In the start of the first half, it was all California Baptist putting all the pressure on top of the Wolverines. But so far, in the first 5 minutes, it's been Utah Valley putting the pressure on the Lancers.
It has much more of UVU brand soccer that we're used to.
Sadie Brockbank finds herself the recipient of a loose ball. Now Heather Stainbrook. Stainbrook. Now Beeston. Good body control from Beeston. Good anticipation. Switching the field, going to Bree Eves. Eves gets dispossessed. Solid defending there by the Lancers. 3-on-3 numbers. And a bad pass gives opportunity for that Utah Valley team in the black shirts to come back and ultimately win the possession. Brockbank couldn't get to that last ball. Grace Beeston coming in. Again, these freshmen don't play like freshmen at all.
They don't. That the aggression, the toughness of them is top notch.
Jenna Shepard for the Wolverines with her hand up, waiting for the referee. Gets the nod, sends a boot in toward the box, looking for Amber Tripp. Anna Pickering kicks the ball, last touched off of California Baptist, throw in for the Wolverines. Pickering, Brockbank, inside the box, now ultimately taken away by the Lancers. Solid build up here by the Wolverines. Fantastic composure by this midfield for California Baptist. Amber Tripp showing more aggression, more physicality than we've seen from her so far this season, knowing that these teams going forward, they're not going to be giving up. They know how she plays. They know the caliber of player she is, and they're not going to try and give her anything.
No, they're not. They're going to be stepping on her, pressing on her right away, maybe resulting in a little aggression. But, yeah, Amber Tripp's got to answer to that. She's got to play touch play, get it off her foot. And really show her maturity at this level. Show her that she is a leader in the conference for a reason and play that way.
Isabel Jones-Daw right there to catch that ball out of the air. Nice strong throw out to Julie Carter. Julie Carter penetrating that back line. One touch too strong. And this one goes all the way back to Jones-Daw.
Yeah, maybe got a little too excited with going forward, let that touch get away from her. Again, one of those opportunities that we're seeing a lot happen. Our touches are just getting away from each other, allowing the defense of California Baptist to really prance on it.
Again, the Lancers with a 2-1 lead. And those goals coming from Weeks and Aquino in the 18th and 19th minute in the first half. And both of those goals coming in response to a Utah Valley goal. As Utah Valley trying to knock on the door, California Baptist kicks this one out of play. And it'll be a corner kick for the Wolverines. Grace Beeston has Julie Carter to her right. We'll see what the Wolverines can draw up here. They got their first goal in the first half in the 17th minute off of a set piece. Can they find the equalizer? Beeston curls this one into the box. Kick back toward Beeston. Beeston fires. Curls up high and out of play.
We're slowly starting to see California Baptist get back to the team that they were first half, with the pressure and jumping up on the opportunities of the attack. And they're still not quite to the level they were first half, which is in UVU's favor for sure. But I think as time goes, California Baptist will snap out of it and start playing that game that we saw first half.
Great touch from Julie Carter. Now Stainbrook. A whistle is going to be called. And Sadie Brockbank's getting a talking to. So no official booking. And that was probably Sadie Brockbank's last warning. No injuries, just a loose boot or two. The Lancers tying each other's shoes. Taking a very long time to do so.
I'm sure the frozen fingers aren't helping.
A little bit of gamesmanship. Luckily, the clock has stopped. All is well. And the head referee blows his whistle and signals for play to resume. Salvador, again with the left foot, very strong into the Utah Valley line. Amber Tripp, now to Anna Pickering. Now Haskins. Haskins to Bree Eves. Eves to Shepard. Near side now Beeston. Beeston trying to play the through ball to Heather Stainbrook. Stainbrook fighting for position. And kicked out of play by California Baptist. Utah Valley gets the ball back into the box quickly. And Sadie Brockbank gets a shot off, but right at Salvador, nothing threatening. And like you said, Melanie, the more that time continues to tick, after that first 5-10 minutes surge from the Wolverines, this California Baptist team is getting their moxie back.
They are, and what's most important as well is UVU's doing well. We're seeing more of the team that we're used to. They're handling that pressure a whole lot more. They're able to stick to their game and gain possession.
Anna Pickering electing to take that free kick extremely quickly. Utah Valley trying to catch California Baptist off guard. A throw-in. Nobody home on the back end for the Wolverines. Jenna Shepard on her horse. Flicks it back to Jones Daw. And Jones Daw puts it back to Shepard as we come very close, about a minute and a half away from the hour mark of the match. And you can almost sense it. It's almost palpable in the air as Jones Daw almost got beat. An errant pass gave way for an open look for the Lancers. And I'm sure that they would like that opportunity back.
Yeah, definitely on both teams' part, right? Isabel Jones, that is not her typical play. She doesn't make those mistakes. She usually is able to complete those passes. So a pass that's not like Isabel, but again, another opportunity that California Baptist could have easily put in the back of the net.
California Baptist keeping their composure. And knocking on the door, looking like they're ready to strike again. Julie Carter coming in from the back line. Nice takeaway for Julie Carter. Officially at the hour mark here in Orem, Utah. Clyde Field, where the Wolverines trail 2-1 from the Lancers of California Baptist. Brandon Crow alongside Melanie Osler. Ben Schroeder with you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your Thursday evening here on the WAC Digital Network and on YouTube. It's a chilly night here in Orem. Hopefully you're a lot warmer watching from wherever you are. And the Lancers right now with another dangerous opportunity, looking for goal number 3. There's the in-swinger. Still in the box. Eventually gobbled up by Isabel Jones-Daw, but then trickled out. Isabel Jones-Daw very heated as she was trying to get on it, and she kept getting kicked. But they're going to say it was last touched off of UVU for another corner kick. And Pickering loses her composure, and this might be a booking. And Anna Pickering is officially in the books in the 61st minute with the yellow card. And it looks like some frustrating emotions starting to bubble over for the Wolverines, Melanie.
Yeah, they are. We're not seeing them keep them composed. it's part of the game, right? We're in the 60th minute now. We were playing really good soccer a couple minutes ago. Things weren't working out in our favor, and California Baptist is starting to be more of the team that we saw first half, and it is frustrating. And when you're trying to keep up with their speed of play and their pace, it's easy to foul up every so often.
Here comes the free kick from the Lancers. Big windup, low bouncer. Isabel Jones-Dahl gobbles it up near side and takes a hit and keeps on licking. Beeston's ball deflected out of play. Last touch by CBU. Bree Eves looking for somebody to throw it into. A whistle finally called. Some fresh legs coming in. Amber Tripp coming off. Nicole Ray comes on. Cassidy McCormick comes on. And Anna Pickering comes off. Beeston. London Miller. Heather Stainbrooks now. Katie Haskins. Bree Eves takes it away. Cassidy McCormick trying to get there for the Wolverines. And this will go on to play last touched off of CBU. And a throw in. And the referee overrules and says it's going to be California Baptist throw.
I didn't quite see the deflection, but this is a tough angle.
Nicole Ray. And no doubt about who that one was last off of. It'll be a throw in for the Wolverines. That one just too far out of the outstretched legs of Nicole Ray. Somehow the Lancers keep it in play, however. Haskins trying to dance around her defender. Bushman. Nicole Ray chests it down to herself. Stainbrook trying to play the through ball. This one goes all the way down to Salvador.
A great look by UVU, a great through ball by Heather Stainbrook. Fortunately, too much pace and runs away from London's feet.
Jones-Dahl with the kick. Nicole Ray with the header. Julie Carter with the flick. Cassidy McCormick on the left side. Salvador coming very far out of her spot to kick this one back into Utah Valley territory. That one just too far for Heather Stainbrook. Somehow she was able to get close enough to it. A whistle is called. Takedown by the Lancers. And a free kick opportunity by the Wolverines. And you see the Wolverines taking their time, trying to set something up here. Jenna Shepard. 64th minute. Lancers on top, 2-1. Wolverines looking for that equalizer. Shepard with the chip into the box. Looked like a miscommunication between the Wolverines as Grace Beeston comes up from her defender spot. Great slide tackle by the Lancers to take that one away. And streaking down the near side is Ari Coronado. Can she get there? And Coronado cannot. About 25 minutes left in regulation. And a substitution out coming in for the Lancers. Stepping onto the pitch is Vanessa Evans. And coming off the pitch for the Lancers is Jaden Ramirez. And a two-handed toss here for the Lancers. Into the box, flicked back on, and kicked away by the Wolverines. Corralled now by the Lancers. Lancers still dangerous with it. That one came off. Wasn't even close. But still, again, the Lancers, Melanie, over the last 5 minutes have pretty much been paying rent inside Utah Valley territory.
They have. You're starting to see UVU slip back into the playing that they were doing first half, and California Baptist back with that pressure. It's whatever subs they're doing, whichever players they've switched in have definitely done a better job at implementing that pressure that UVU was too overwhelming for them. Our passes are not quite to the feet. It's not as crisp. We're not keeping the possession, but ultimately they're on the ball. California Baptist is on the UVU's ball before they even can think about what they're going to do next.
Miller, solid footwork, plays it back. Haskins. Think she was looking for her teammate Bree Eves. Now Beeston slips. Beeston trying to come back and play defense. Gets a hold from behind to slow her down. And a foul called against the Lancers. And that one too far out of the reach of Cassidy McCormick, and another throw-in for the Lancers. 68th minute. Stainbrook now to Miller. Miller pulls it back to herself.
Again, just holding onto the ball a little too long. I know it may be hard to see which options you have, but when they're pressuring as hard as they are, you can't keep the ball on your foot longer than 1 or 2 touches.
Heather Stainbrook now on the near side, looking up, has McCormick to her left, has London Miller in the center. She's going to continue to penetrate, goes down to Cassidy McCormick. McCormick with the left foot, trying to find London Miller, still inside the box. Salvador coming, racing, finally gets it. Ari Coronado steps off and checking onto the pitch. Is Brody Blomdahl. And the flag stays down. The Lancers right at Isabel Jones-Daw. Thought they might have tried to play the same corner and angle that they did with their first goal and try and force Isabel Jones-Daw to dive, but Jones-Daw read that perfectly, was in the right spot, but again, just another nervy situation for that back line of Utah Valley.
Exactly. That one, they were a little unorganized. They were trying to get back in their shape. California Baptist caught them off guard with the run in behind, which ultimately caught them all off guard and all recovering. And like you said, you got to stick with what you know. We've had success with those slot passes for the tap-in goals. Maybe a little too exciting with the scoreless half, wanting to break that.
About 20 minutes left in regulation. Utah Valley trails 2-1. Utah Valley got their goal in the first half in the 17th minute. Julie Carter off a back heel flick. And then right after that, CBU answered with 2 goals within a minute of each other. First one coming from Weeks, second one coming from Aquino in the 18th and 19th minutes respectively. And ever since then, it's honestly been all California Baptist. And we're about to see Sadie Brobeck and Amber Tripp check back into the game for the Wolverines. And the Lancers still knocking on Utah Valley's door here. And a throw in for the Lancers on the far side. So it looks like Sadie Brockbank's going to come in for Katie Haskins, and Amber Tripp is going to come in for Bree Eves. So they're going to keep Brockbank and Miller all up top.
Yeah, hopefully with the 2 additions, it will get UVU back. This is also probably Coach Chris LeMay's tactic to go pull out a defender and go 3 in the back, start getting numbers up top, and hopefully see Sadie Brockbank get one in the back of the net.
California Baptist taking their sweet time with this corner. Eventually swung in and flicked, still in play. McCormick for Utah Valley kicks it out of play. And the official substitutions now come in the 72nd minute. And coming in for the Lancers, well, stepping off for the Lancers is Rola Bodawia. And it looks like Madeline Milby might have been the one that checked in. Amber Tripp with the fresh legs gets taken down. Referee blows the whistle. And could this be the offensive spark plug that Utah Valley needs right here? Free kick. We'll see how Utah Valley takes it. Stainbrook on the near side. Beeston. And a throw in here for Utah Valley inside Lancer territory. There's still plenty of time here for the Wolverines to strike.
There definitely is, and that's exactly why we just saw that sub that Coach Chris LeMay did. Is he knows that his team is capable of scoring 1 or 2 more goals, and so he's putting those numbers up. He's trusting the back line with the 3, which can be a really risky move, but it's something that UVU has seen a lot, that Chris really implements a whole lot as well. And so, yeah, definitely plenty of time for either team to come back and score. Hopefully it will fall in UVU's favor, and we'll be able to get a few goals.
And again, there's no pressure if you're California Baptist. You have time on your side in your back pocket. You're just going about your business and trying to play almost a preventative style, still looking for those opportunities to strike offensively, but not with as much pressure as you had, say, within the first 15, 20 minutes of the match.
Exactly. A couple minutes, we're going to start seeing some game management on their end. They're going to keep the pressure. They're always going to keep the pressure, but we may be seeing longer balls into the corner kick and just kind of those game management tactics that they need to do to pull off the win.
74th minute, Salvador taking her time, making sure her teammates are where she wants them to be. And a whiff from Bushman. Scary moment for the Wolverines. London Miller corrals it to herself. Plays it back. Amber Tripp. Julie Carter. Now Jenna Shepard. Stainbrook. Now Bushman. Carter looking for some help. Shepard, nice body turn. Coming to the near side, and Grace Beeston. Beeston looks up, has London Miller onside. Goes to London Miller. Miller. Ray. Back to Miller. One-touch passes to Heather Stainbrook. Great build-up so far for the Wolverines. Here's an opportunity in the box. Salvador comes up to make a save.
That is the style of play. That's the attack that we have been waiting for all game for UVU. That patience, starting from the back line, trying to draw the California Baptist players up to create those gaps for us to play into. We were able to get that through ball and just an inch closer to a scoring opportunity for UVU.
Ball pinballs around Utah Valley defenders and some California Baptist attackers. Less than 15 minutes here in regulation. This ball swung in and headed away by Utah Valley. Still dangerously, though. Inside the box, it lingers. Amber Tripp now with it for the Wolverines. Julie Carter, Heather Stainbrook. Sadie Brockbank heads us in. Julie Carter, now London Miller with it. Nice through ball here for the Lancers. And a flag is up on the far side. And it looks like Anna Pickering's going to come in for Cassidy McCormick for Utah Valley.
Yeah, one last additional threat in the attacking part of UVU.
And then 3 brand new Lancers coming back in, some more fresher legs for the Lancers to try and combat these subs, and the chess match continues.
Yeah, we're starting to see the game wrap up. The beauty of second half in collegiate sport or collegiate soccer is that there are re-enters, and so it's safe to say right now we are starting to see the starting 11 back on the pitch to wrap things up, to finish. So this next 14 minutes, 15 minutes, it's definitely going to be a bloodbath.
And the flag is up again on Sadie Brockbank. Salvador, that big booming kick. And a handball is going to be called against California Baptist. Isabel Jones-Daw with the big booming kick of her own. Looking for London Miller. Instead, bounces off a couple people. Falls to the feet of California Baptist. And here come the Lancers again on the attack. Beeston. And this one sent into the box, headed away by Utah Valley. London Miller trying to corral it, posting up her defender. Good touch by Pickering and Ray. Brockbank trying to play this one through. Nobody home behind her. Anna Pickering trying to find position. Isabel Jones-Daw with the low worm burner. And Utah Valley now with Jenna Shepard. As you can see, the clock continuing to tick. About 10 minutes left in regulation. And the angst, the anxiety starting to build for this Utah Valley team. Flag stays down. Sadie Brockbank has it. Sadie Brockbank trying to go around her defender. Brockbank inside the box. And Salvador touches it, but they're going to call a corner kick. So here we have it, Melanie. 10 minutes left in the match. A perfect opportunity. Can Utah Valley conjure up some magic here?
I hope so. It all comes down to their determination, right? We've seen it a little bit throughout this half, but when are they going to capitalize? When are they going to tip the cut of, hey, yes, we really want this goal? Is this play going to be the play that allows us to take this game maybe into extra minutes?
Nicole Ray swings this one in. Nobody home inside the box. Goes straight to California Baptist, who kicks it all the way back to Isabel Jones-Daw. Jones-Daw very dangerously out of her position. Brockbank can't get there in time. So 10 full minutes left of regulation. Can the Lancers escape with a victory here in Utah Valley?
Right now, in my opinion, they're showing that they can. They're back to disrupting UVU's play. Every time we think that a UVU boot is going to get a touch on it, in comes flying a Lancer boot, disrupting it, sliding in, shoving them off, whichever way, but they are definitely disrupting their play.
Amber Tripp keeps it for the Wolverines, slides it upfield, trying to find her teammate on the outside. And a corner kick again for the Wolverines. London Miller showing off that poise and aggressiveness for a freshman, fighting through defenders. She's going to stay out there. Amber Tripp, is she going to swing this one in or play it quickly? She plays it quickly to Miller. Miller plays it back to Tripp. Tripp swings this one into the top of the box, looking for Ray. Ray heads it back to Stainbrook. Stainbrook trying to unload on one on a volley. Ricochets off a couple of the Lancer defenders. Now Tripp has it on the outside. Tripp swings this one into the post. Headed up in the air and over the goal. We had opportunities there. The Wolverines did.
Yeah, I think it came down to a miscommunication, a pretty big miscommunication if I'm right. Two UVU players going for the header. In my opinion, Jenna Shepard was set up for the perfect header. Needed to call off Nicole Ray. Nicole Ray was kind of running backwards where Jenna was going forward. And, yeah, just a little miscommunication, a simple, hey, I got it, let it go. Jenna, that's one of her biggest strengths, is getting ahead on it.
So the ball is swung inside the box, and just right what you said, you can see the frustration from Shepard with the two hands up towards her head. Jones-Daw kicks this one up. Nicole Ray keeps possession for the Wolverines. 7 minutes left in regulation. Amber Tripp, Julie Carter trying to connect back with Tripp. Instead dispossessed by the Lancers. And for Coach St. Clair, in my opinion, Melanie, correct me if I'm wrong, based off of my eyesight tonight, I would have to give my team MVP award to this midfield here for CBU. Almost anything tonight, I'd probably say maybe 55% of the time that ball is being taken away, dispossessed right there in this middle part of the field.
Yeah, and it's such a crucial part of the field. Without a midfield, you're skipping planes of the field, and you can't possess with skipping that middle third of the field. So you're exactly right that their midfield has just been on top of it. They've been playing their A game, really pressuring our UVU midfield to not create anything.
Good ball from Heather Stainbrook trying to find her teammates. Sadie Brockbank and Grace Beeston there. This ball kicked out of play by the Lancers. Again, another dangerous throw-in the area here. About 5 minutes left in regulation. Stainbrook. Isabel Jones-Daw on her horse. Comes out, kicks it upfield. Carter trying to keep it in play. Lancers have it. Tripp going 1v2. And they're going to say this is Lancer plural. Looked like Sydney Bushman blasted that ball off the back of her teammate Julie Carter, trying to get it up the pitch. Maybe one last Hail Mary of a chance here offensively for Utah Valley as Amanda Mangelson set to check in for the Wolverines. Nicole Ray now on the near side. Finds Anna Pickering. Anna Pickering showing off that speed. Nice solid defense there from California Baptist. Rola Badawia was every step of the way with Anna Pickering, which is a tough task to do because Pickering is faster than most.
Yeah, she is pacey. And again, just showing California Baptist doing what they have been doing this whole game is just simply disrupting UVU's play. Whether it's been sliding, throwing their body, they get it out of play and decrease those dangerous opportunities.
Another throw in here for the Wolverines. 4 minutes left in regulation. And could this be the opportunity, Melanie? The opportunity Utah Valley's looking for. Coach LeMay telling Heather Stainbrook to slow down.
Yeah, and I second that. You hear him breathe. We've seen a lot of set pieces where they're just anxious to play, but you can't afford that right now. You are right outside the 18. You have Heather, who has a phenomenal leg, square up in the goal.
And there's only one person in front of her. If you're Heather Stainbrook, do you take this shot?
Yeah, you totally would. With those numbers, I'm not sure if she will. I think they're going to make her runs in.
And Stainbrook misses the hit. Heather Stainbrook wants that ball back. You can see the frustration. Heather Stainbrook trying to lay this one off past that first line of defense, trying to sneak something through behind. And with 4 minutes left in regulation, that could have been the best opportunity Utah Valley is going to have.
It was a great idea. It was very poorly executed. You saw UVU pulling them out, creating that gap, exactly what you said, with that one player in the wall. She was trying to slot that in for a tap in, but very poorly executed. Definitely a ball that she wishes she had back.
So now the Wolverines, with 2 minutes and some change left, going to try and pull out all the stops. California Baptist almost pulling everybody back inside their own side of the pitch to play defense here. On top, 2-1 are the Lancers. Utah Valley trying to find an equalizer in the waning minutes of this match.
Really starting to just kind of get a little sloppy. I know it's the anxiousness that's really it, but they got to take care of the ball in these crucial moments.
Now Jenna Shepard coming in from her back line with the ball on the outside. And Shepard gets dispossessed. Okay, Melanie, here it is.
You know, they've had a few opportunities for those Hail Mary moments. You're right. Let's hope that this is it.
So we approach the 89th minute here. Is this Utah Valley's last chance to find an equalizer? The ball swinging to the box. On the floor. Deflected. And kicked away by California Baptist. And as each second ticks, the noise continues to get greater and greater from this California Baptist bench. This has every bit of a feel of a tournament game, Melanie.
It does.
Utah Valley with 90 seconds left. Julie Carter lays it off. Heather Stainbrook outside the box. Stainbrook trying to find Jenna Shepard. London Miller heads this one back in. London Miller had got a boot on it. Kicked back. Sydney Bushman, the last hope for the Wolverines, who are playing with one injured California Baptist Lancer to our side. Final 60 seconds. And the Lancers come away with the football. And you can hear the Lancers and their captain, Rola Badawia, yelling everything you have for the final minute. And essentially, in a nutshell, that right there is what the California Baptist mantra has been like from the first whistle when the clock was 000.
It has, and unfortunately for UVU, it's made it extremely difficult, but you have to tip your hats off to California Baptist. They've had that high intensity, that high energy every second of this game, and it's been extremely hard to break down.
So Amy Aquino walks off on her own power. Aquino, whose goal in the 19th minute, as of right now, stands to be the game winner for the Lancers, barring some sort of miracle for the Wolverines with the final 40 seconds left. Isabel Jones-Daw, we're now with 30 seconds left, winds up and kicks. Stainbrook, now London Miller with it. Nicole Ray. Back to Bushman. Bushman. Final 10 seconds left in regulation. And a foul is called against Utah Valley, and that's how this one's going to end. Heartbreak for the Wolverines at home. Jubilation for the Lancers on the road. 2-1 your final score. California Baptist comes in and upsets the Wolverines at home.
Yeah, a great game. Ultimately, we just can't say enough great things about California Baptist. We've said it since the start of the game. They're a tough team. Number 9 in the Pacific West Coast coaches poll. Had everything going for them this way. UVU came out a different team like we were hoping they would in second half, but just not good enough.
And if you don't know or didn't know how much this win would mean or does mean to this California Baptist team, then all you had to do is just take a look at what happened just 30 seconds ago when the clock struck 000. They knew that this was a tough Utah Valley team, and they came in, kicked open the door, punched Utah Valley in the mouth, and really gave them a rude awakening, like you said, Melanie. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens come Saturday afternoon when these guys got to strap it back up and play round 2.
Yeah, gotta love the COVID schedules. It's extremely hard to play teams twice in a row at that. And so, yeah, like you said, tournament game feeling. They came out, they were so excited about that win. So to see them come out on Saturday, it's going to be the exact same thing probably.
Again, doubleheader Saturday doubleheader for you on Saturday with soccer. Utah Valley women's right back at it against California Baptist, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, and then the men for Utah Valley take on their opponent later on in the evening. For all of our hardworking staff and crew, for Ben Schroeder, for Melanie Osler, I'm Brandon Crow saying so long and good night from Orem, Utah. The Wolverines fall 2-1 to California Baptist.